This episode of Unscripted is brought to you by Dubby. Dubby is an energy drink that doesn't cause any jitters and gives you a bunch of energy to get all your gaming done, and it energizes me to do Unscripted. So use code Krooked Does Stuff at dubby.gg and you'll get your own Dubby for 10% off, and you can also find a link in the description down below. So thank you, Dubby, for sponsoring this episode, and here's Unscripted. Hello, everyone. I am Krooked, and I do stuff, and this is Unscripted, the series where I take a completely unscripted look at games and give it a 1 through 10 rating. Today, we are playing Final Fantasy Origins: Stranger of Paradise. Now, when this game came out, I was like, I don't know how I'm going to feel about it, because everyone was saying, it's the Souls-like of Final Fantasy. And I'm a Final Fantasy fan. I've played every mainline Final Fantasy game. I've played the tactics games. I currently play Final Fantasy 14. I love Final Fantasy. I think they're fantastic. I'm not going to stop for this cutscene. So I also somewhat like Souls games. I love Bloodborne. I really liked Demon Souls. I don't know if I like many other Souls-likes besides that. So to hear the Final Fantasy did it, I was really interested. And because this is free for PlayStation Plus members, I was like, hey, this would be a perfect time to show it off to some of you guys, and, we'll be able to see if it's any good. Okay, so this looks like a very action-oriented kind of Final Fantasy. Let's just get into it right away, because I mean, it threw me right into it. The HUD looks like kind of a mess. If I didn't know that, like, the teal thing at the bottom was a cure materia, or what looks like cure materia, I would have had no idea at all. I have this ability called Spinning Slash. Not sure why. It has a whole bunch of stuff on screen. I don't know what the L2 ability is. It might have shown me some of this in the cutscene, but it didn't, I don't think. And that's kind of cool that I just absolutely wrecked it there, but it kind of just throws you in and doesn't explain anything, which I don't know if you're supposed to win that fight, or if it's, kind of like a Souls game where you're supposed to get killed in that fight and then go from there. I don't think that was presented really well at all. And then it also said, like, casual mode earlier, but there was no casual mode. It had story mode, which conflicting information like that usually bothers me a lot in games. I kind of like the Fallout-y music and walking through fields of gold. Reclaim your memories of combat. Okay, so then it gives you the tutorial. So yeah, I think you are supposed to lose there. And then, yeah, so it does the kind of tutorial where you're supposed to kind of battle and survive your way out. Soul Burst. Yeah, let's see what that is. The yellow bar above an enemy is its break gauge. Attack the enemy to deplete the gauge, and then press R2 to use MP. Okay. So Soul Burst is what I just did to Tiamat. And then it recovers your MP and raises your max MP when you do Soul Burst. Okay. Soul Shield. What is that? Hold circle to adopt Soul Shield stance. Blocking attack will restore MP and increase your max MP. And then it basically counters, huh? Okay. Okay. So you have to wait for that to restore, I'm assuming? Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much as basic as it gets. It's kind of like the parry system, I think. Okay, so Soul Shield's counter, so parry counter, just like, you know, Souls games have. Guardian Invasion or Bear strategies. Makes sense. Instant abilities. Enemy with purple name using Soul Shield. Then you get their ability, and you use square to do that. Okay. Well, I thought I got it. I was wrong. Okay, so you just kind of get it. That's weird. So let's talk graphics. Game is gorgeous. I mean, it is absolutely top notch. If it doesn't look that fantastic, it's because I'm streaming it. I don't have it downloaded. But yeah, it's gorgeous. When your max MP is increased 2 or more, you can spend MP and max to cast Lightbringer. Enemies become easier Soul Burst. Okay, so it's kind of like a Limit Break. If I knew where they were. Sound-wise, I mean, this game is loud, but it sounds really good. I don't think that would ever be an issue with Square games, because they've been doing this for ages. They have some of the most known songs in gaming. They are good with sound. I really like that Fallout song, or Fallout-ish song, like I was saying. I think that every sound so far absolutely matches the game. Yeah, and again, the game looks really, really good. Playing, it feels not great. And even the look of the HUD and everything, it doesn't really look that fantastic. And this whole thing, just talking about in text, I mean, I guess it works for a loading screen. Come on, Square, you can do so much better than that. Yeah, Cornelia, tell me about the mission. Proceed.
You are skilled, to be sure.
Again, I'm skipping all this. If you want to see the story, I highly recommend you play it for yourself. So,
Many warriors have come before.
wow, that's bright. I turned my brightness up so that I could actually see what was going on, and it's like too bright. So maybe that should be turned down a bit. And lots of loading. Again, it could be because I'm streaming, but I am on a PlayStation 5. You'd think that it would be a little bit better. But lots of loading. Lots of cutscenes so far. If you want to just get in and play, this is definitely not the game for you. Because I don't think its goal is to just get in and play. I want to, get to a mission, see what we can do from there, but it's basically skip, do this, do this, do this. Okay, there we go. Mage Mashers. Yeah, I like Mage Mashers. Okay. Lots of tutorials. I don't want to do that. I want to get in and get this going. We'll see, what a level looks like, and then I'll be able to give it a score from there. Right now, I don't think I can give it a score because I haven't actually played anything but a tutorial. And seen a lot of cutscenes I have to skip. Jeez. Very cutscene heavy. I've talked before about how if games can just like get you in and say things without saying things directly, that's good. This game cannot do that apparently. It gets right into it. It's sound again. I'll talk about it all day. It's loud, but it's bold, good sound. Very high sound quality, and I like that a lot. But that's, Square's known for that. If Square had bad sound in something, it would be really awful. So far, there's nothing that wasn't in the tutorial. It's just kind of basic. Can I... Okay, yeah, so I can destroy things on the side. I really want to see what, like, a bigger enemy looks like than just goblins. It may not give me anything because of the, nature of what's going on. I can change equipment. Okay, cool. You can change jobs. That's pretty cool. Oh, it's just switching between them, I think? Oh, no, okay. Yeah, and you can change your equipment. That's pretty cool.
There's one down there.
Let's
Okay.
Yeah. All right. This is the one.
So, with battle sets, okay, you can have different jobs set up. That's a really cool feature. So, I can just switch that way. Obviously, Duelist isn't as strong as the Greatsword, but I like that I can just switch between them. Now we're gonna get into this thing. Okay. Yep, and those are potions, not cure, I guess. That's fine. So, yeah, it is Souls-like in a way. I think it's pretty cool though. It has a lot of Final Fantasy elements. Again, very, very, very loud game.
Nice one, Jack.
And
Secrets this place is
it has a lot of voice acting. It has a lot going for it. It's just it takes a lot to get into it, and
Should we take a breather?
I think it has a lot that it can improve on to make it, kind of more like a Souls-like. In a Dark Souls game, it tells you what you're trying to learn by the amount of effort you put into it. If you don't want to spend the time, you don't have to. If you want to spend the time, you're going to learn a whole lot of story. And I feel that this may force it on you a little bit much, which Square is kind of known for that, but I don't think it's necessary for this style of game. That being said, I do think that this is a pretty good experience. I'm sure that this is an absolute riot, and I'm probably going to check it out a lot more, honestly. So, with all that being said, I would give this probably a 7 out of 10. I think this is a game that could get you into the Souls-like kind of genre, and, kind of be a good entry point for it, because it feels a lot easier than most Souls games, and it could do a lot more better. But what it does right, it does really right. It looks good, it plays pretty good, and it sounds fantastic. So with all that, like I said, it's a 7 out of 10. And I think that you should probably give it a try. Because, well, it's pretty fun from what I've played. So, like this video if you enjoyed what you saw. Comment down below and let me know what your favorite Final Fantasy game is. Or what your favorite Souls game is. Hit that subscribe button so that way you never miss out on an episode of Unscripted. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so that way you'll be notified whenever a new episode does come out. And with all that being said, I do want to thank you for watching Unscripted. And I will see you on the next episode. Bye!
This is the one. Warm welcome. Stay out of the